preventing crime. Police personnel and screening at borders, checkposts, entry points, airports, bus stands, railway stations to be tightened. Touts, pimps, and massage parlors, which indulge in illegal activities of soliciting tourists, mostly in coastal areas, must be dealt with most sternity. The number of crimes against women and tourists per se makes the national and global news, leading to fear in the minds of the tourists planning to visit our beautiful state. Speaker sir, coming to the constituency of Mapsa, Mapsa police station has a vast jurisdiction comprising of 1 municipality and 10 village panchayats. Though the setting up of a new police station at Kolwale recently has helped a lot, tari astana Mapsa police stationacher bharpur load asa. There is only 2 robot vehicles, making it very difficult to reach out to urgent calls. जे crime जाता, robot is attending one case, दुसरो robot असा तो आनी खंय तरी attend करता कोणाक. दुसरे तिसरे कॉलाक जर पावंक जाय जाल्यार तांकां खूब वेळ वयता आनी इतल्यान the person committing the crime has a good chance to escape and run away. Presently, most of the police are using their own motorcycles for beat patrolling, and they have to spend their own money on petrol. खंय तरी तांकां Honorable Chief Minister लक्ष घालून तांकां मदत करचे. Our police department is facing acute shortages of cranes. The police department has already moved a note to the government for sanctioning the cranes, but nothing has materialized yet. A strength of head constables is required to be increased at Mapsa police station, which registers over 250 annual incidents. Strength of LPCs is required to be increased as major complaints and victims are ladies. हेजेर सुद्दां आयज लक्ष घालूंक जाय. आमी म्हणटा वुमन एम्पावरमेंट, आमी महिलांक बायलांक आमी एम्पावर करता. आयज खंय जेन्ना तेंचे सरावंडींग तेंच्या घरा कडेन कितें तरी घडटा, तांकां आयज आमी एम्पावर केला म्हणून तांकां आयज ताकद आसा पुलीस स्टेशना कडेन वचोन कंप्लेन दिवपाक. पूण थंय तांकां लेडीज पुलिसाचे एक सपोर्ट गावल्यार आनीक बरें आमी तांकां एम्पावर करूंक शकता. The annual registration of crimes at Mapsa police station is over 300 cases, of which major cases are investigated by PSIs. However, 5 PSIs have been transferred and तांकां replacement आयज मेरेन दिवंक ना. Honorable Chief Minister मातशें थंय लक्ष घालचें and जे vacancies आसा ते मातशें PSIंक थंय घालचे. The sanction strength was last revised in the year 2000. फाटले 22 वर्सां जाली सर हांगा sanction strength revise करूंक ना. It is required due to the increased population and the increased number of activities in the constituency. The Honorable Chief Minister may consider the same so that we can provide enhanced safety and security to all our citizens in the state of Goa. Speaker sir, demand number 18, jails. You must have read in the newspaper last month of 2 separate incidents on 3rd June and 23rd June, where 2 jail guards were caught trying to smuggle illegal substances into Kolwale Central Jail. There have been multiple instances of jail guards being caught smuggling drugs, mobile phones, or cigarettes to the inmates, which have been reported in the past also. I think strict checking needs to be carried out of the personnel working at the jails, especially those who come in contact with the inmates. Speaker sir, I would like to know what actions are being taken against these guards and what is the current status. I believe strict action needs to be taken against them so that there is precedent set that such acts won't be tolerated in the future. Demand number 23, home. Speaker sir, there is a shortage of staff in the traffic department, especially in major cities like Panjim, Mapsa, Margao, Vasco. The amount of vehicular traffic post-pandemic has increased manifold. A simple 11-kilometer drive for me to come to the assembly during the peak hours takes me around 30 to 45 minutes. सकाळी आमकां भायर सरतना रायट फ्रॉम आमकां सांगोळडा जंक्शन म्हणटा रायट अप टील मॅजेस्टीक मेरेन आमकां ट्रॅफिक जॅम गावता. तितून ट्रॅफिकेन मातशें कितें तरी निर्णय घेवचे एंड लेट देम कम आउट विथ अ गुड सोल्युशन. With the rapid urbanization and boost in trade and commerce, we see an increased movement in traffic. The widening of roads, construction of bridges does handle the strain, but major of this problem is bottlenecks. We all know that Porvorim is become a major bottleneck. We can see expansion of roads both from north and south, but I think the government needs to act quickly in resolving this major bottleneck in the area of Porvorim. If I may speak in Mapsa specifically, the school run or times where parents are dropping the children off to schools and picking them up after school has become a chore for all commuters. There is a major influx of traffic from neighboring villages, neighboring areas that puts immense load on the traffic conditions in the places where there are schools. As you must be aware, St. Brito, St. Mary, DMC, Saraswat, New Goa, St. Xavier's College, St. Francis Xavier High School, Mantravadi, and many pre-primary schools are situated in Mapsa. Mapsa being an educational hub, जायती तितून स्कुलां आनी कॉलेजीस आसा. आमकां ट्रॅफिकाक मॅन पावर वाडयल्यार I think it would be of great assistance to reducing the traffic load in these congested areas. Speaker Sir, Global Goan program is a good initiative mentioned by our Honorable Chief Minister in the budget. I would like to know when the department is looking forward to launching the same, as it will be a great platform for our brothers and sisters abroad to participate in the well-being and future of this beautiful state. Demand number 26, fire and emergency services. Speaker Sir, during the cyclone last year and the heavy rains that we are facing as of now, many calls of landslides, uprooting and falling of trees on residential houses, roads and electrical wires were being attended to and cleared by all fire stations all across the state of Goa. The fire, in coordination with electricity department, restored the electricity in the shortest possible time, and were duly appreciated by the public. I must mention that the staff and officers under the leadership of the Director, Shri Nitin Raikar, are doing a commendable job for the state. However, Speaker Sir, there is a need of heavy-duty chainsaws, tree-cutting equipment, step ladders, bucket cranes, and training that needs to be provided to the fire department and its personnel to reduce the downtime in between outages or roadblocks. कितें आता Speaker Sir, व्हडलें जर झाड आसा, डिपार्टमेंट म्हणटा आमचे कडेन तसली मशिनरी ना व्हडलें झाड मारपा खातीर. सो तुमी कोण प्रायवेट मनशाक एंगेज करून तें झाड कातरूंक शकता. But that is not the answer that is expected from the Department of Fire, sir. We have to be equipped to handle any type of tree and have the best machinery in the state. Nobody should have better equipment than the fire department. The fire station in Mapsa has 4 number of assistant divisional officers. They are vacant since 2014, and some senior officers have completed more than 11 years of service and are eligible for promotion. Speaker sir, ये position जर vacancies भरल्यार आमकां middle level officers can operate smoothly. Since Mapsa city is an urban area and it is fast developing, in terms of infrastructure, we see many high-rise buildings consisting of more than 5 to 6 floors coming up. It is a need of the hour to have a turntable ladder vehicle of 32 meters height or more, which can go up to the 5th and 6th floor for firefighting and rescue operations. That is why Mapsa city requires more fire tenders, more manpower and state-of-the-art equipment. Also, Speaker Sir, Mapsa fire station handles entire Bardes taluka. Tinka jenna emergency जाता, jenna पावस पडटा, तेंका आख्खे बार्देस कवर करचे पडटा. तेंचे कडेन इतले manpower ना to reach all areas of the Taluka of Bardis. Speaker Sir, demand number 29, public grievances. I am glad to see that government has recently launched public grievances portal and helpline, which is aimed at making the administration more responsive, accountable and transparent. This initiative will provide relief to public who feel that they have nowhere to go and no place to be heard. I commend the Honorable Chief Minister to this feat, and I hope to see this tool being put to good use by the public to report any malpractices, corruption, mistreatment, and in any department. So last point. Speaker Sir, demand number 35, higher education. I am glad to see the digitization of services. It is convenient. It is also good for the environment. I am talking in particular about the online admission process introduced by the Department of Higher Education for the students seeking admissions in various colleges across the state. The process makes students pick 3 colleges as per their preference. The students' application goes to only one college and not to the other 2 preferred colleges. Let me give you an example, Speaker Sir. HSSC pass student chose Law College as her first preference, but in the entrance exam, she secured 266th rank, and that student was unable to get admissions for LLB.
Yes, okay.
The student then proceeded to the second choice, where they were informed that त्यांचे application थंय येवंकूच ना म्हणून. So this is a situation where the student is left with no college to go to, and तांकां मागीर खंय पयसच्या लोकेशनाचेर admission घेवचें पडटा आनी ताका 2-3 वरां थंय travel करचें पडटा. I think the system has to be streamlined with intimation going to concerned institutions for various choices of students. Also, a live dashboard giving number of vacant seats and number of seats available will also help. That being said, I am also aware of the overall pass percentage of 92% in higher secondary school, which should be considered when making provisions for seats in various colleges. For example, St. Xavier's College, MA in Mass Comm, MSc in Microbiology and MSc is pending approval from Higher Education Department since 2020. There is a growing demand for the state, and if we are unable to provide students for the required facilities, they go by admission घेवपाक.
So,
yes, sir. I appeal to the Honorable Chief Minister to look into the defects of the states, the seats of students who have been passing out with higher percentage and grant special approval to increase the classrooms of courses in various institutes across the state.
Yes,
Thank you, Speaker.
Shrimati Dilay Lobo.